detail. Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms.
You may be seated. Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Dunleavy.
Here.
Council members D'Amato.
Here.
Delripa.
Here.
Hudson.
Present.
Julian.
Here.
Sondermeyer.
Here.
Gadsby.
Here.
Also with us, our municipal clerk, Brianna Calabro, and our borough attorney, Dawn Sullivan. This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the Herald News on December 23, 2019, and on January 8, 2020. A copy of this notice is available to the public and is filed at the clerk of the office of the municipal clerk. Okay, now that we got all that stuff out of the way. Excuse my voice, I'm getting over a little bug here. But I want to welcome everyone here this evening. Welcome to Dustin and Allison, and congratulate both of you and your family. Family, raise your hand. Who's here? Family, friends for Dustin? Wonderful. I'd like to welcome Bloomingdale's finest. You guys are sharp in your blues, led by Chief Burrell, the best in the land, as well as the department. Also, we have our DPW superintendent, Al's with us tonight. Sherry, our treasurer. So Dustin, Al's the when your car gets stuck, he's the guy you need to know to get it out of the snow. And Sherry knows where the money is, so she's a good person to know too. I saw Dottie, dispatcher here. Where'd Dottie go? Oh, and Sandy. You know, today's a great day in Bloomingdale. And Dustin, it's a great day because we get to make you part of the Bloomingdale family. Not just the Bloomingdale Police Department family, but the entire borough. And as mayor, I do take it in my heart that we are family. From the governing body, to public works, to administration, and of course, to the police department. We consider each and every one of us family. And I sincerely mean that, instill that, and I'm honored to serve as mayor and honored to swear you in this evening. At this time, I'd like to call Chief Burrell to the podium, say a few words, and I'll return in a moment. Chief?
Thank you. Law enforcement officers, I know we have a chief, retired chief from Vernon here. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight for such a special occasion. First, I would like to just start by thanking the mayor and council for always considering the needs of the police department. They always step up when needed. They always support us. And, you know, on behalf of all the members of the police department, as I always do, it starts with everybody up here. And I appreciate it. The members of the police department appreciate it. And a special thank you to the members of the Public Safety Committee who, whenever I go through a process like this, the first thing I do is sit down with the Public Safety Committee, and ultimately they get the ball rolling, and without their support and ideas, these type of things don't happen or go as smooth as they do in other towns. You know, we literally take the lead with these things thanks to the Public Safety Committee. So, with that being said, 2020, we're going to be experiencing some major changes within the Bloomingdale Police Department. We have, you know, sadly I say, but we have the potential for 5 possible retirements starting in the year 2020. At any point, 5 officers are eligible to retire. So that has the potential of major changes to our department moving forward. While it's very, very exciting on levels that we bring in new officers like Dustin, I hate to lose anyone on this police department because I'm extremely proud of every member of our department, and I think the showing of support tonight just justifies, you know, how I feel and what type of officers we have on this department. So 2020 is going to be a big year. So with that being said, the mayor and council have authorized the hiring of 1 officer. And in this case, we're proud to have Dustin join the ranks of our department this evening. Again, just a very exciting night, Dustin. I will say this, cherish it. You worked hard. You worked very hard to get to this point. Take it in and cherish this time. You deserved it. You earned it. And we're proud to have you on this department. I would, just a couple couple tips that I would say. You have many, many years of experience in this room, standing up here. From secretaries to dispatchers to retired officers to active officers, you have a lot of experience up here. They're just as excited when we get a new hire because they can take the fruits of their labor and what they've learned and what they've done in their careers and share it. So, don't be afraid to ask any of these people standing up here for help, because they're now part of your family. Second thing I would say, and just as important, is a lot of times when you're a new hire, you just come to a new environment. The first 6 months, first year of your career could define your entire career. A lot of that is going to come down to how you treat people. You treat people good, you treat people with respect, that can carry the rest of your career out. If you don't, that also can. So I think it's very important. What we like to say around here is it's all about the patch. It's about, the Bloomingdale Police are about the patch, to protect and serve. So what I would recommend to you is, you got to treat people good. That's the most important thing that you can do, I think, starting out your career. Besides being all ears and listening and learning, it starts there with how you treat people, and we expect that, and we know that's how you'll be. So those are just a couple of quick things that I recommend on such a special night, and again, we're really proud to have you a part of our department. Our hiring process consisted of going to 2 police academies. We went to the Morris County Police Academy and the Passaic County Police Academy. We interviewed several really, really good people. There were several people that we were high on and we liked. But ultimately, the decision became very clear, and quite frankly, it became an easy decision to hire Dustin. He just really excelled in everything that we want on our police department. We saw integrity. We saw a hardworking individual. We saw compassion. We saw a lot of different things in our interview that just jumped out to us and said that he would be a great fit, not only for our police department, but for the borough. So when all was said and done, Dustin, you really made the choice easy for us. And again, I think a lot of that has to do with your hard work and work ethic, and I'm sure what was instilled in you by your family. So a tribute to everybody. With respect to your family, Allie, this is a special night for Dustin, but it's your night also. You played a big part in this. I know Dustin's completed almost 20 weeks in the academy now, and for you to be there and show the support and love that you have throughout this process of him, making his journey to become a law enforcement officer, I think you should be commended. And again, I'm sure it's been a roller coaster ride because it's a lot of work. But you're not forgotten in this. So we commend you in your efforts also. And to the rest of Dustin's family, all I can say is that as a department and from myself, on behalf of everyone here, we will do everything that we can to make sure that Dustin gets the equipment, the tools, the training, successful in a very long career. So from our family to yours, I promise to do that. And again, for me, it starts with the support that I have behind me. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to the mayor, and and congratulations. Thank
you. Again, Dustin, you're going to learn from the best. I can never say enough about our police department, and anytime I have the opportunity to, particularly in the public, I make sure I do. Led by the chief is just one of the best, and each and every one of these men, their compassion, their commitment, their dedication to our borough is second to none, and you're going to learn from that, and I know you're going to bring that as well to the borough. So again, I'm extremely honored to swear you in, to make you part of the Bloomingdale family. As the chief also mentioned, thanks to the family during this entire process. So on behalf of the borough, I'd like to present to Allie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all your support. That's what we have to do for the and wish you a long, healthy, safe career at Bloomingdale. And as the chief also alluded to, these guys have your back, as does the entire borough. Anything that's needed to make your career safe is what we'll make sure we do, and at least we could do for each and every one of you. So with that said, Dustin, I'd ask you to please rise and come up to be sworn in. Ali, one of you or any other family member? If you would raise your right hand. I, Dustin Jones,
I, Dustin Jones,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and the governments
and the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of
all the duties of the office of
Bloomingdale Police Department Patrolman,
Bloomingdale Police Department Patrolman,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations to you. It's an honor to present to you shield. Patrolman, Bloomingdale Police Department. And that's how that you will. Hallie, if you can have a seat, and Dustin, if you come over to this.
Could I just add one thing?
Yeah, then they have to do a resolution. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to also mention that I didn't mention it earlier, but we do have ties to Bloomingdale here. Chrissy, Dustin's mom, grew up in Bloomingdale and lived on Ryerson Ave, along with her uncle, Dave, and then a lot of the members on the department knew Dustin's grandfather, Mike, who lived in town here for many years, and we all had a friendship and relationship. So there are Bloomingdale bloodlines here that go for many, many years, and I just wanted to recognize that also.
Perfect. And before we close this portion of our meeting, I would like to present the following resolution to the governing body. It's Resolution 2022.9 of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale. Whereas the governing body has recognized that it's best interest of the citizenry of the borough to hire a new police officer. Whereas Bloomingdale Chief of Police Joseph Burrell has recommended the hiring of Dustin Jones. And whereas the borough has determined that it's in the best interest to hire Dustin as a patrolman for the borough of Bloomingdale. Now, it is hereby resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Bloomingdale authorize the hiring of Dustin as a patrolman for the Bloomingdale Police Department. We further resolve that Dustin's first day of employment shall be February 18, 2020. Would someone please make that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a roll call, please.
D'Amato,
Yes.
Del Ripa,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Julian,
Yes.
Sondermeyer,
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Thank you, governing body. Dustin, congratulations. Family, thanks a lot. really need you to. Resume, 7:32. There is no early exec. There is one non-agenda, and that's hiring a new DPW laborer. That's a replacement for the recent resignation. And at this time, I need a motion to open early public comment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak? How are you, Linda? Yeah.
Linda Huntley, 86 Van Dam Avenue. The fire official, how much of an increase is that?
The fire official currently performs the role as secretary. And fire official, they do all the inspections in commercial entities and schools and all of that. Currently, that individual is making $5,800, which is grossly under the market rate. So we're bumping to $2,000, which is still lower than the market rate, but it is percentage-wise a jump. But
Big percentage.
well, it is. I can't justify the percentage because when he took on the secretarial position, it really didn't, amend much income. It used to be Mr. Westlake did one, he was secretary, so now we merged it. So it's just making up, if you
When was
look.
was the secretary paid previously?
Yeah, last year it was a 2,000 of the 5,000. So if you look at, like Pequannock, Kinnelon, surrounding towns, it's average of $8,000 to $12,000. So now he'll be at 7,800, I believe, for the fee.
I think you also have to look in the job description of what he does in town as a fire official. All the inspections that done, the responsibility, the reporting to the state. It's you, the hours that Mark's
Yeah.
puts in on his own time, the classes he has to take on his own time.
Yeah.
It's more than, it doesn't just come out to a fire and then take care of that. It's all life hazards that has to be inspected, he has to make sure it's all done. He only
That was the
has,
same thing last year though, right? So, I mean,
it's been like, he's been a fire official since 2008. I believe that's when he was appointed.
But the income hasn't changed. And then he took the secretary position on
Yeah, when Bob,
when Bob left.
Yes.
We did the merger last year, whatever that
Yes.
was. And the income hasn't changed in ever, 10 years.
and what about the property maintenance?
There again, that's always been a 15,000 salary from back to Tyson days to Westlake days. And we hired Mr. Redfield with 33 years experience as Jersey City's inspector. And he's only been here 8 months, but the wealth of knowledge he brings and implementing new programs, generating revenue, it's important we keep this part-time person. I mean, my position is always that in the perfect world, I'd love to have full-time, but that'll never happen, But he's doing the foreclosure enrollment, the, residential rental property enrollment and ordinance.
That's been always put that
But we
position.
never, no, actually, when you were on the council in 2011, we did multifamily unit registration, so we can have tabs on these absentee landlords. And the program was never implemented. It was to be done back in 11 by the clerk. And Jane just couldn't put that on her plate. It just never really picked up off the ground. And Mark on his own came to me and said, hey, you have this ordinance on the books. I want to take it and run with it. We anticipate 30 grand from that and the foreclosure enrollment, which we did see some revenue from. Our former property maintenance office did do some of that, but we just did a shared service with the county, if you recall, a couple of meetings ago, where we charge a fee. It's administered through an entity, and so Mark now has a person to go to a bank to say, here's the bank, here's who you talk to for cutting the grass and all that stuff. So just small examples of what he's going to bring to the table. So that's why that recommendation is being made as well.
The other issue I was wondering about is Resolution 2020-220.
I'm sorry. Yes, Alpine sandblasting, that was a capital project for last year. It was funded in last year's capital. The firehouse floor on Union Ave is cracking and large pock marks are,
I mean, that building isn't that old.
no, 10, 12, 13,
that building goes back,
2006, 7?
it opened in,
I wasn't.
I want to say 6 or 7, it opened. And long story short, the way the floor was done and the way the pitching was rolled, the water runs in the wrong direction, okay? Underneath all the trucks.
Talk to Tilcon, they're the ones that did the flooring.
No, they're not.
They did.
Not the
blasting.
flooring, they did
The last thing they did.
They did the site work.
They did the site work. They didn't
They didn't do
pour
any
concrete.
construction.
The contractor did. Has nothing to do with the
base.
grading. It has to do with the way the floor was pitched from the contractor after the piping was put in. This is just, I'm not a construction guy, but if you go underneath almost every truck, there's spots that are probably yo big that are peeling. The floor itself is peeling out. Not the concrete. Whatever epoxy they put on top of that is peeling away.
You came to after the contractor for that?
10 years, there's no bond on that, no warranties expired. Yep, and it was the contract, it wasn't Tilcon, and so that, I don't have in front of 34,000, I think is that, but it was capital last year, I'm sorry? 32.9, and we got prices up to 50,000, I think we funded 50, so it's only 32 of that. This year's capital, we're not done putting it together yet, but in there, in the wish list, is the floor in this firehouse here. Because that is a similar situation, but that's never been done.
Never
before.
been done. It's just straight pay the concrete.
So. Anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Thank you. So no one else, motion to close early public comment?
So moved.
Second, somebody?
Second.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reports. Bree, do you have anything for us?
I'll share that I spoke to people from the state and the county today. There's a new voter registration system that is just really difficult with getting off the ground, so it's going to be we're anticipating a lot of inquiry. We're kind of already getting more people interested in voting and just checking things, so I'm actually working with our IT company. The software has to have Windows 10. Luckily, I've decided to do that, so we're hopefully closer to being active with being able to access the registration and everything like that. So it's a work in progress, but it's,
Okay. And of course, the year to pick it, the presidential election, which is going to be crazy as can be. All right, keep us abreast of that. And Dawn, anything?
Nothing this evening, right?
Hey, Nancy. Any council member?
Sloan Park. Sloan Park grand opening is scheduled for May 2nd, 12 in the afternoon to 5 o'clock. With a rain date of the 3rd. We're in the process of, it'll be a food truck event out front, which we have 2 or 3 already booked. We have a band that's booked for it. And a whole, I think Rec is actually involved in it. They're going to do an art exhibit. Matt is involved, which is great. And we're looking for vendors that will come in and do some sales. The kettle corn guy is going to be there. And so it'll be a nice little event to open up the park, and hopefully in the future we'll have other band events there and other organizations will use it.
And the band's a local guy. He reached out to us. He got a
Yes,
band.
he reached out to us. Mike
Gallagher.
It's a 5-piece band. They play anywhere from 50s to current,
Yeah.
so it should be nice.
I have a question about that, which I should have mentioned before, but I'm thinking of it now. We have the veterans tree that is going to be planted in Sloan Park.
Right.
Food for thought, would you like to do something that day because every year we're going to do a new
Do we know where it's going to be?
tree?
planted?
No, I'm gonna
Well, we can-
go
yeah.
with
'Cause that day
Al
we're gonna
Rocco,
bury
and we're
the
gonna figure
capsules.
something out.
Yeah,
But
well, yeah, that's true too.
would you like to do, so every single year there's gonna be a different veterans tree planted. Like we'll do it in the front, it gets decorated, and then it gets planted. And we could do it different parts of town, but this year it's gonna
Yeah,
go
we
in
can
Sloan
make that a
Park.
bit of a ceremony. And
Fun.
we're also
Yeah.
doing the
Do
capsule.
you want to do a little something? Because then what we'll do is every tree will have a different service. So it'll be a memorial to, say,
Yes.
no, not the Army, but like we're going to do a different war.
Oh,
So the veterans of whatever,
World War II,
Afghanistan, like
Okay.
whatever
That's
it
fine.
is.
I think that'd be great. Yep.
You want to do it that
Yes,
day?
yes.
All right, so we'll
Just
figure it
send
out.
an email, put on the committee agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But could you just add that to your list?
And we're also burying the time capsule that day from the 100th. We haven't done that yet. We're coming up with,
It's mostly full. We gotta get some more letters from the schools.
yeah, but we just have to come up with a place at the park
Right.
and some type of way to, a monument or something that it's there. So we know it. And so it's sealed properly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, this
right.
one was. The
This one
50
was,
year
yeah.
wasn't.
The other
So
one
wet. Good.
wasn't.
Anyone else have anything for us? Okay, moving along. Item 10, resolution 2020 2.10 through 2-0. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Dawn. And do I have a second? Anybody?
I'll second.
Thank you, Drew. And can I have you want a roll call?
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes, with the exception of F and J, I'm going to abstain. I'd like to see the fire department floor. I understand there's an issue. I'd just like to see it.
Let me know when you want.
Okay.
I'll go down with
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Tell me when.
if it's a moisture issue or is it a structural issue, I'd just like to see it. Thanks.
Sondermeyer?
Yes, with exception of F.
Councilman Yazdi is no longer here.
Correct. We're good?
D'Amato, sorry.
Yes, and I'd just like to discuss that before we do a complete vote on it.
Well, you're going to discuss it. You need to rice notice the employee then.
Okay.
We can't discuss the position?
Again, getting into job duty,
Getting
which
into
I'm going to have
job
to do to justify the raise.
duties
So why don't you table that? All right, so,
Okay, right, so
and then I'd ask
I
the
tell you what,
committee.
when we have the GovOps committee meet with him, we'll rice notice him anyway.
Well, I don't think, well, if you meet
No?
with him directly, I don't think you need to rice notice.
Well,
All right, that's fine.
rice
We-
notice him, bring him into the next one. Let's just do that so everybody has any questions they can ask.
To which item?
F. So we're going to table, so let's do this. Sorry, this is where we get crazy on the. Here's what we're going to do. We have a motion to approve, right? So why don't we strike that motion? And I'll do a motion to table, right? Let's get the tabling done. I can also table J, because I don't have to worry, he's not doing the work for 6 or so weeks because of temperatures.
Okay.
So I could table that. If, you know, your no vote's not, it's still gonna carry.
Well, of course.
Well, no, it won't, because I need 4 affirmative on a bond. And that's just awarding contracts, not a bond. So I could table the sandblasting, as long as you look at it before the next meeting.
Anytime, John.
You tell
All right,
me when, 'cause
all right.
I'm
So, who made that motion?
I did.
Yep, John.
And those were the only 2 items with question with a no or a table. All right, so Dawn, would you amend your motion to approve resolutions 2020, 2.10 through 20, tabling 215 and 220?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Drew- Oh, I was gonna say Drew did the original second.
And we'll do a roll call. Is that okay, Dawn?
Yes, so this is excluding resolution.
We're tabling
2.5.
215 and 220. We'll just put them on next agenda. And rice notes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
D'Amato?
Yes.
Pending items. Second and final reading, public hearing on 9/2020. Public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News, and copies were made available to the public so that a motion may be made that it be read by
And
title.
who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 9, Personnel Policies, Section 1.6, Health Insurance Benefits, Sick Time, Vacation Time for certain appointed positions.
Need a motion to open public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to 9/2020? Seeing no one, motion to close?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
And who moves to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
D'Amato?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Item B, second final, 10/2020, amending bond ordinance 11/2009 for the Boston Street project. Public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News, and copies were made available to the public so that a motion may be made that it be read by title.
And who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bond ordinance amending and supplementing section 3A of bond ordinance number 11-2019, finally adopted by the Borough Council of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey on May 7th, 2019, to increase total appropriation referred to in section 3A from $541,500 to $661,500, and to increase total debt authorization referred to in section 3A from $541,500 to $661,500, and to amend and supplement other provisions therein.
Thank you. Motion to open public hearing.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak? 10, 20? 20? Seeing no, motion to close.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who moves to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please. Could have pushed finance.
Julian?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Didn't know you said-
D'Amato?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
And just
I pushed you guys to do it, just to get it done. And I did it. Right? Don't even push. Four. To do it. Don't want to say how I pushed it. Yes, to do it. Because I didn't push it. Right. Yeah. We could have pushed it. We did- It was subject to, but it wasn't worth it. Okay, item C, second final, 11/2020, Main Street Booster Station. Remember, this is just moving, giving us a mechanism to bring Butler's responsibility of funds to the borough on this booster station. So, public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News. Copies were made available to the public so that a motion may be made that it be read by title.
And who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance appropriating $100,000 available from the Borough of Butler as a contribution in aid of construction for the Main Street Booster Project described herein and by the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey.
And I need a motion to open public hearing.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to 11/2020? Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
And who moves to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sondemire?
Yes.
D'Amato?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julian?
Yes.
Okay, new business. I need a motion for resolution 2020-22.21. Payment of the bills. Who makes the motion? Have a second, please.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
D'Amato?
Yes, except for 01463.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julian?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Do you have it? Motion resolution 2020-2.21, award firework contract to, two firework contract to Serpico. Who makes that motion, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Question real quick. It's the same vendor we've used?
No,
Okay.
it's the, we used to use International, but the main contacts that we've always dealt with went to Serpico.
Okay.
So I got quotes from both, and it's, every year we do a $10,000 show, and it's, quite a bit more shell count when you look at the two proposals, so, no, it's just a different vendor, but it'll be a bigger
Bigger
better
bang
show
for your buck, so to
yeah,
speak.
pretty much. Yeah. But
How could
yeah.
it?
Literally.
So it's in line with the previous spend, just a different vendor?
Same line as
We can
actually,
expect
more
a great
for
show.
money.
Awesome.
more for the money. Actually, they definitely want us to make the move. So,
Yeah, thank you.
anyone else? Roll call, please.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julian?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
D'Amato?
Yes.
Need a motion to introduce ordinance 13/2020, amending Chapter 5 Animal Control, the second final reading on, when do you want that, please? March 3rd. Okay. Who makes the motion to introduce by title?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 5, Animal Control, Section 14, Fees of the Code of the Borough of Bloomingdale.
And just so you know, second, final, and third, in rare circumstances, the ACO will give a financial hardship, proven financial hardship, whether it be medical, financial, and she does ask for documentation on, you know, whether it was a boarding fee because we found someone's cat or something, and it's rare, but we need a mechanism in the ordinance to allow her to do that, per the auditors. She can't just, you know, say, you don't have to pay. So that's what we're doing. And it's not often, it's just when it occurs. Thank you. I need a motion to introduce 14-2020, amending 2-80, which is our fee ordinance for the Economic Development Commission banner program. They'll be soliciting banners from businesses. You know, those nice decorative banners you see in downtowns that have, one side will be the business, one side will be the borough emblem, you know, 1918, you know, nice kind of program. That, matter of fact, our property maintenance officer, Mr. Redfield, and the EDC are working on this program. We need to put the fee in the ordinance to be able to collect the money to do that. So who will make the motion to introduce?
So moved.
Second and final, also March 3rd. And all in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 8, Policies and Procedures, Section 2-80, Fees Charged for Municipal Services of the Code of the Borough of Bloomingdale.
One non-agenda item. I need a motion. You want a resolution?
Yeah, it'll be.
Resolution 2020-2.23 for the hiring of Robert Centenero, effective March 2nd, DPW labor. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Late public comment. Who moves to open? Someone move to open, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak? I should just say Linda wishing to speak.
Yes, sir. Linda Huntley, 86 Van Dam. Is there going to be any action taken after the executive session?
We're not having an executive session.
Not.
Nope. So therefore, no. Motion to close late public comment?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
You'll see our schedule, March 3rd, 7 p.m., March 17th, and workshop April 7th. No motion to adjourn?
So moved.
March 17th.
All in favor? Thank
Aye.
you, everybody.